Okay, sounds good. All right, so first of all, welcome everyone. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Craig Grant. I'm an international speaker and instructor. I travel all over, sometimes the world, speaking about technology, but I'm also the CEO of RETI, which stands for the Real Estate Technology Institute. And what we have you guys here today for is to kind of give you a little bit of a backstage tour of the newest member benefit for One Point Association Realtors, which is the onepoint.reti.us site. So, just as a quick heads up, all of you should have received an email over the last day or two from us. Your welcome email that gives you your login to your account, links to pages on the site to help you get acquainted with your account and how to use the site and everything, and also information about today's webinar. And the whole purpose of today's webinar is, again, to just kind of, one, explain the partnership, go over any questions you guys have about it, and then give you a little bit of a tour so you can really understand what this site is all about and what you can really get out of it, the benefits you're going to get from this partnership. So, first of all, the reti.us website, which again, the partnership, you would just go to onepoint.reti.us, is a site that I run, but it's not just me. There's a team of six of us who are all, again, international speakers and technology and marketing experts throughout the industry. And the whole purpose of the RETI site is to really create content to help realtors learn about technology, learn about marketing, learn about AI, how to run your business securely, and everything else. So kind of the geeky kind of topic, but all the content we do, we try to make it as non-geeky as possible. That way, as a real estate professional, you can just hop in anytime you want and watch a video on any topic to help you learn how to be better in social media or how to use ChatGPT, whatever kind of tool you're looking for to help you improve your business. So you should be seeing up on the screen. I'm sharing the onepoint.reti.us website. And I'm just going to, again, kind of give you a little bit of a tour of it, show you some of the different cool features and everything. So, first of all, you'll notice pretty quick when you come to the site.
You want me to close my door?
Oh, let's mute that. There
I,
we go.
yeah.
Okay. So, at the top of the page, other than the fact, of course, you have the one point header and everything. Um, in the top left corner, you have the ability to log in. So again, you guys all should have been sent your login information. You just click on that if you want to go log in to the site. And just to kind of give you, and actually I'm logged in, so I'll show you that when we're kind of towards the end here. What would happen if you're not logged in? If you ever don't have your password or lose it or whatever, you can also reset your own password on the login page. But I'll show that after. Um, if you ever want to log out of this site, if you don't want other people possibly using your account, or the other thing is if there's ever any kind of a weird issue, something doesn't isn't working properly, if you click on that log out button, what it also does is clear the cache on your device for the website. So if there's any kind of an issue where you're like not seeing something properly, you can always click on the log out button and it usually fixes any kind of little tech weird issue. Okay. You're never gonna have to worry about the sign up button. Okay. The welcome page is what you're going to see once you do sign into the site. And you'll see basically at the very top here is like your own little account profile. So the same links we put into the email, the welcome email for you to understand how to use the site, those are all here under the welcome tab. You can, if you need to, ever go in and change out your own email address, change your own password, things like that. Affiliate info, if you have a friend in another market, another realtor friend, and you want to recommend them getting the RTS site, we actually have a way you can make money on doing that. So if you refer somebody using your own personal link and they end up signing up, we would send you a little bit of money for helping us get a new client in another market. Again, every One Point member has an account, but you do have the ability to refer out the site to other people in other areas. Okay. And you're never gonna have to worry about the last couple ones, the invoices and billing statuses and everything, because again, this is a member benefit provided to you by One Point Association of Realtors. But our clients in other markets that aren't in a partnership, they can update their own credit cards and see their invoices and things like that. But again, we don't have any billing information for you because this is provided to you by One Point Association of Realtors. And then below that, you'll see just kind of the newest stuff on the site you can start using and playing with. Okay, so this is kind of like your welcome page if you're logged in. But let's go back to the regular homepage. Okay. Right away under the header, you'll see that there's a slideshow that shows you what's the next upcoming webinar. So every single Wednesday at 4 o'clock Eastern, we do a different free webinar every single week. And by the way, again, as a member of OnePoint, everything on the site's free for you. But again, if you have a realtor friend in another area that isn't a member of our site, you can just tell them every Wednesday at 4, we have our webinars. And we typically, the webinars are usually between 30 and 60 minutes, depending on the topic. We record them and then put them on the site by the next day. Okay, so if you're not able to catch it on the Wednesday afternoon, you can then go back the next day and watch them on the site. And just so you know, again, this is another member benefit versus non-member. You have the ability to watch everything on the site anytime you want, right? A non-member would only have a week to watch that video once we put it on the site by the next day. So again, if you have a friend in another market, they missed it on the Wednesday, they would have from Thursday to the following Thursday to watch it. Okay? Then it becomes a member-only piece of content. Over on the right here, we have kind of like our schedule of our next upcoming webinars. And just to give you an idea, we always have them planned out for an entire quarter. So we have basically, even though it stops here over on the list on the right at 10:29, you can click in to see all the webinars and see we actually have them planned out through the end of the fourth quarter, through the end of the year. Okay, so you can always kind of plan on different webinars you want to watch for several months in advance. One other kind of very cool thing we also provide on the site is right below the slideshow. You should see this icon for your content idea posting calendar. So this is something we do every single month. We post a calendar onto the site to give you ideas that you can post on social media every single day of the year. Okay, or create video content, blogging, whatever kind of content creation you like to do. Because whether you realize it or not, there's always at least one stupid holiday every day of the year, right? There's usually a famous person that born or died, or some kind of a monumental thing that happened every day of the year. So that's what we do. We give you a calendar. And by the way, down here, you can see for members only, which again, you guys are, you can download the entire year at once. Okay. Now I know we're already into September, but that'll definitely be a benefit when we publish the new one for 2026. You can get a whole year's calendar at one time of everything you're gonna might want to post throughout the year. Okay. But again, that's just another benefit we do of trying to help our members with content creation as well. And then below that, you'll see broken into different categories, all different kinds of content we cover on the site. And every piece of content has these little blue tags on them, which are the categories and subcategories that piece of content's in. So, for example, you can just say, I just want to jump to the marketing section by clicking on a tag. Or we can go back up to the top, click on sections, and pick a section you want to use. Or you can keyword search and say, show me everything on the site that has Canva. Okay. And it'll quickly show you the first few, but then you can say, show me everything on the site about Canva. And you'll see we have a ton of stuff for Canva, for ChatGPT, and all the different popular tools in the industry. Okay. So again, every single piece of content, you can keyword search for them. You can click on the tags for the categories, or just go in and search by those categories. And we have close to 3,000 pieces of content on the site in all these different categories. And not only do we tag these things to make it easy to find, the way the site is structured is from a category and subcategory structure. So this is an example of me. I clicked on the marketing section of the site, and you can see it defaults to all marketing, but I can say, okay, let's just look at the social media. Ooh, there we go. I right click by accident. And then once we go into the social media section, where's my subcategories? That's a little weird. There should be subcategories for all the different social media sites right here. Not sure why that happened. Oh, here's an example. Under photo and video, you can see photo, video, and YouTube. So you can jump just into YouTube. I'm not really sure why. I'm gonna have to have my dev look into why it didn't work on social media right there. Let's go back and try it again. There we go. All right, so now we can see all those subcategories for social media. So if you just wanted to learn about TikTok or Facebook or any of these sites, you can jump in and just see everything we've ever done on those sites. Okay. So again, we try to make it quick and easy to find the content you want to learn which you could do at any time on your own time. And just kind of give you a heads up. Anything that's a webinar, again, is typically between 30 to 60 minutes. Anything that's not a webinar, just a typical how-to video or product review or whatever, is typically under 10 minutes, right? We know you're not going to spend an hour trying to learn one little thing. So the how-to videos and the product reviews are short. They're usually 5 to 10 minutes. The webinars, you're getting in a little bit more in depth. They're 30 to 60. And one of the other things that we do is we do a lot of review of products in the industry and helping you pick the right tech to use in your business. But just kind of give you a heads up, and it's one of the reasons why OnePoint and a lot of other associations partner with us. We don't take any money from vendors. Okay, so we're not telling you to go use a product because it's paid content or we're getting a kickback, which most of the other sites in the industry do. If we're reviewing a product because we like it or we're using it ourselves or we know a lot of realtors on the ground using it and loving it. Okay. So we have a tech guide built into the site where very similarly, you can go learn about different kinds of products in different categories. And one area that we went really all in on is CRMs because every realtor needs a CRM, but most realtors really struggle trying to figure out which one to go with because there's a lot of different options. So we have a main section on the site just for CRMs. And if you go there, what we've actually built out is also a tool called a CRM generator. And as a member, you can use this for free. Non-members usually have to pay to use it or become a member to use it. But what we did is we gathered a lot of information about a lot of the CRM vendors in the industry. And then we turned it into a little quiz. So all you have to do is answer 7 questions. Or if you're a broker owner, you answer one additional eighth question. And then what it does is it takes all the vendors in the system and ranks it from your best match to your worst match. And we have a good idea which vendors actually have the tools you're looking for and which ones don't. So you don't waste your time looking into a vendor that's not a good match for you. So it's almost like a dating game that you're doing with CRM vendors. And you can even just kind of show you, click into a vendor's profile and learn about them, watch videos of their products and things like that, and even schedule an appointment with them. And even if you end up going with these vendors, again, we're not getting any kind of money for that. We're just trying to help you find the right solutions for your business. Oh, oh, there's a bit. That's why that the video is playing. I was like, where's that coming from? It was this video. All right. So again, you're going to be able to go in and watch demos of products, learn about them and everything. And just kind of give you a heads up, one project we're working on right now is also kind of a revamp of our tech guide. We're going to kind of rebuild it so it's more of a kind of a searchable guide. And when we do that, we're also collecting discounts and specials from vendors throughout the industry for our members. Okay, so you're also going to have the ability to get discounts on the site versus if you were to go directly to a vendor site. Okay. So that kind of gives you an idea on the content that we have on the site. Again, close to 3,000 pieces of content. Oh, Bryson just said, I use back at you. Nice. 3,000 pieces of content, webinars every single week. We add new content all the time, right? Um, you have the content posting calendar that you can use to go help you come up with ideas for every day. Oh, and by the way, one thing I should have mentioned with that is we also, if you're a member and you go to that page to do the entire year's calendar, it even gives you the ability with one click to install the calendar into your own calendar. So if you want in your calendar to see every day what you're posting, not just going to our brochure of it, you can even install that into your own calendar too. It's kind of a pretty cool feature. Um, so lots of great content on the site to help you, again, learn about tech, learn about marketing, learn about the vendors and tools in the industry and who they are and how to use them and everything. And just to kind of give you an idea, there's also on the site this what is RETI button. Okay. So first of all, the very first button on here about the RETI 1 AOR partnership. Okay. If you have someone in your office or somebody who didn't attend today's webinar, maybe a new agent joins, right? You can always refer them to this page where they can learn about what the partnership is and everything they get out of it. And then down here, We just put this is another market, Montana. Once this webinar is over, we're going to take the recording and put it on here. That way, anybody who wasn't able to attend today's webinar can always go back, watch, and learn about the site and what they can get with their account and everything else. Okay, so whether it's somebody in your office that couldn't attend today or somebody that joins your brokerage 6 months from now, again, this video recording will be on the site so they can watch this just like you guys were able to today to learn about the partnership and hear all the questions the members are asking and everything else. Okay. Oh, and one last thing before I open it up for questions from you guys. At the very bottom of the site, in the footer, in this black area at the bottom, is an email contact form. Okay. So what this is your ability to send our team tech questions. Okay. Now we even jokingly say here, we do not do tech support. We're not logging on your computer and helping you get rid of a virus. Okay. But if you just have a basic tech question of, hey, is there a tool out there that does this? Do you know of an app that can help me with that or whatever? If you have a tech question, not a tech support question, you can send those in to our team and we typically answer them within 1 to 2 business days. Okay, so we always try to kind of be your little tech buddies if you need help or questions with things as well. And again, that form is built into the bottom of every page of the site just for our members. Okay. All right. So let's I think I've kind of shown you all the main things on the site, but let's open it up to you guys. Anyone have any kinds of questions on anything I showed you about the partnership or really anything about how that you want to go over regarding this? So questions, thoughts, feedback. You guys happy with this? Love it? Oh, and by the way, just kind of give you an idea. I know you guys went through a merger, but for anyone who is from the Grey Bruce market, they were previously a partner with our ATI before the merger happened, and we had excellent usage out of that market. It was one of our best performing markets of members using the site. Okay, so any questions, guys? Okay, I see. Will there be Canadian content? Um, we try to, Mary, we try to make content non like specific to one market, but there is no doubt every once in a while we will talk about a product that's not offered in Canada. But if there's any products you guys are interested in us looking into and reviewing, that's another thing you can use this forum on the site for. You can say, can you please look into some of these products, right? Can you give us a review on this? We're happy to add stuff in, but we really try not to focus on stuff that's just American, just Canadian. We just try to do general tech stuff to help you in your business. Okay. Oh, see somebody saying they're excited to get exploring. Awesome. Sue says, sounds like a great tool. Perhaps give an example of such as how do we learn with AI? Sure. So AI is definitely the hottest topic over the last year or two. So a lot of what we've created, a lot of our webinars, a lot of our how-to videos are on AI, at least over the last year. So we have 4 pages of content of different stuff you can use of how-tos or product reviews or webinars with AI vendors in the industry talking about how you can use it in your business. So there's a lot of content just on AI that you can go through here. Okay, and again, all of this you can watch on your own time, whenever you want to, on any device. Everything's mobile friendly as well, right? And that's kind of the beauty is whatever your need is, you go in and you'll kind of search for that or look for that kind of content on the site. Plus, as you can see, again, AI is kind of our hottest topic. It's usually the best attended webinars, everything we have. I'm doing HeyGen, a webinar on HeyGen next 2 weeks from now. Here's another one, top ways to use AI in your daily life. A lot of our content on 10/15, we're doing another webinar that is involving AI. So a lot of what we're doing right now is definitely focusing on AI because it is the hottest, best thing you can do in your business. Okay. Any other questions, thoughts, anything? All
Okay.
right. She did a follow-up question. Do you indicate what is more popular tech, example, i.e., Chat GPT, or figure that out yourself? A lot of times we're trying to help you make those decisions. So, for example, and I can't tell you exactly which piece of content it is without kind of looking for it real quick. I've definitely done a webinar on how to pick the right AI platform for your business. And to kind of quickly boil it down, I usually recommend picking between ChatGPT and Google Gemini, and it really depends how you run your business. If you're not using Google for your email and your Google Docs and all that kind of stuff, ChatGPT is amazing. Okay. If you are a Google user, it definitely makes sense to look into Gemini because it really helps you run your day and run your business in a whole different way. Okay. But yes, there's a lot of content on here about how to pick the right tool for your business. And again, we don't get paid by vendors, we get paid by memberships, right? So, like I mentioned, this is a member benefit. If you like this, love it, whatever, definitely reach out to OnePoint and tell them you're happy about this partnership being added and start using the site because they're providing this to you as a member benefit. They're paying for it. Okay. It's a pretty awesome thing that OnePoint Associated Realtors is doing for you guys. Okay. And by the way, if you go back in the chat, and I'll copy back in very quickly, pretty sure I can do that. Yep. I'm just going to throw into the chat the thing I put at the very beginning, which is has my personal information if you want to get a hold of me, and also the link to the onepoint.rti.us website. But like I mentioned, you should have already received your welcome email that has all your login information and the links to help you get started.
What should we do if somebody has not received it? Like check their spam first, if not.
Yes, I would always check spam first. It's possible, especially because we had to send out 2,800 emails in 24 hours to create your guys' account. It's possible that some of them might have got picked up as spam. The other thing is, let me log out really quickly. So if you, let's say you deleted the email, right? Or you've lost your password, whatever. If you go to the login page, below the actual sign in form is the link here in the right corner for forgot your password. Okay. So if you click on that, all you got to do is enter in your email address and click the button. And if it doesn't, if your email address is not in our system, it'll tell you, right? So that would mean there's no account for you. But if it does find your email address, it'll shoot you an email with a link where you can reset your own password. So if you ever lose your password, forget it or whatever, you don't have to bug OnePoint. You don't have to reach out to us. You can reset your own password just by typing it in here, and it'll send you an email to reset it yourself.
Okay, that's great.
Yep. Yeah. Now, if they don't have an account, again, I'm going to be training the OnePoint staff on how you can go in and create an account yourself, for new members, whatever. That's a 2-second thing to create a new account.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions? All right. Sue asked if we recommend an individual to join, not one post, what's the cost? Sure. So on our site, this is the pricing a typical non OnePoint member would be offered. They can either create an account for $9.95 a month or $100 a year. We do sometimes run promos. So for example, right now we're running a get your first month for $1 and then it goes to the $9.95 a month, or do the whole year for 75. But these are not always happening. Okay. But typically they're paying $10 a month or $100 a year for an account. Whereas again, OnePoint is purchasing an account for all of you at a much lower price. Just to put that out there. Don't think they're spending $100. We give them definitely a discounted price. The other thing that I probably should have mentioned, which I'll address now, is we also offer what we call premium accounts. Okay. So a premium account is one-on-one training. So if you want more than the website, you want actually to get one-on-one with a training call with me or a member of our team, that's when you consider getting a premium account. Now, this would be out of your own pocket. You'd have to use your own credit card for this, right? This would not be on the OnePoint account. But if you want the one-on-one training, so the gold package is one call per month, like 1 hour. The platinum is 2 calls per month, so 2 hours. And then the diamond is weekly training calls. Okay. And the way this program works is I would first do a quick consultation call with you and just discuss what your training needs are. And then I would figure out who on our team is the best trainer for it. So, just as an example, if you wanted training on AI, on Canva, on Google or stuff like that, either me or Axe would probably be your trainers, right? If you wanted training on social media, Heather on our team, Heather Haas, is an industry influencer. She's amazing at TikTok and Instagram stuff that we're not, right? Lauren on our team is a whiz at LinkedIn and so on. So we would just kind of figure out what topics you want training on, and then we would schedule trainings with that expert. And the way that works is you got to commit for at least 1 quarter, so 3 months, and you are able to change your topic and your trainer each month as long as we plan it at the beginning. So you can say month one, I want to do AI with Craig. Month two, I want to do Instagram with Heather, and so on, as long as we plan that out. Okay. But again, that is one-on-one training. That's separate than what you're getting as the partnership here. But that is a pretty cool perk as well, is you could have one-on-one training with industry experts on this. All right, another question. Do you teach how to use software or vendors like home design staging software? We've definitely done reviews on several different home staging apps and software, but we don't really try to train you on how to use specific tools. Now, if it's something very common or popular like Canva, Facebook, then of course we're going to show you how to do step-by-steps with those things, but we're not trying to do step-by-steps on every possible tool. But we definitely have reviewed and compared a lot of different home staging tools. Okay? You're welcome. Okay, guys. Any other questions or anything last minute? All right. Well, first, I want to thank everyone for attending today. Or if you're watching this on the recording, thank you for kind of sticking around to the end. The biggest thing is, again, this is an awesome member benefit if you take advantage of it. So the main thing we want you guys to do is go check out the site, start using it, start really getting the benefit, and tell your friends, tell your coworkers and other people in the market about the benefit. They may not know about it. And just so you know, as a heads up, we mentioned this in the welcome email. Every Tuesday, you're going to start receiving an email from us. Well, actually, it's going to come from OnePoint, but it's going to be kind of designed by us that'll let you know about all the upcoming webinars and the newest content added to the site and everything else going on. So every week, you're going to start getting emails to make sure you know what's going on the site. And if you don't want them, of course, you can opt out of those. But that's kind of our purpose is we want you to really be using this site all throughout the year, anytime you have a tech question or whatever it might be. Okay, this should be your new little tech buddy site to help you get through the business. All right. All right, Julie, you have any last words from the OnePoint side?
No, I think that's good. I think everybody knows how to, if they need to look for their welcome email, and if not, they can go to this site and click forgot password to
Yep,
their credentials.
absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Craig. Appreciate
All
it.
right, no problem. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.